Personal energy fuels focus, creativity, and the willingness to overcome the obstacles that stand between you and your goals. But there is more to energizing your day than simply eating well, exercising, and getting 8 hours of sleep. If you want to eliminate the morning malaise, afternoon slump, and evening exhaustion, you need specific, proven tactics. Here are the top 5 ways to optimize your energy based on my findings from numerous books and years of trial and error. Energy-enhancing method number 1, morning curiosity. What could you get excited about today? Even if you're facing a routine Wednesday at work, expecting to do the same old tasks, you can actively cultivate curiosity and elevate your excitement from a 1 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Each morning, I like to pretend I'm a kid on Christmas morning, stoking my curiosity about what awaits me outside my bedroom door. I do this by lying in bed for an extra minute after my alarm sounds, pondering the 3 I's: insights, interactions, and improvements. First, I think insights. I wonder, what might I learn today? I think of the podcast interviews I have saved on my phone or the book I'm about to read. Right now, I'm about to start the book Good Energy and find myself wondering, what does the author mean by the subtitle, The Surprising Connection Between Metabolism and Limitless Health? Next, I consider interactions and ask, who might I connect with today? I wonder what my wife and I will laugh about today, or what surprising thing my 5-year-old will say. If I have an upcoming work meeting, I'll wonder what we'll talk about and the interesting places the conversation might go. Lastly, I'll spend the final 20 seconds of my curiosity minute considering improvements and wonder, what can I make better? I'll reflect on the skills I'm building, such as AI prompting for accelerated learning or my golf swing, and my current work projects. This morning I wondered, what will the outline of my personal energy deep dive video look like in an hour? Curiosity is a hugely underrated source of energy. Spend just 1 minute each morning cultivating it, and you'll never struggle to get out of bed again. Energy-enhancing method number 2, 5.5 breathing. Your energy levels hinge on the amount of carbon dioxide in your body. Yandel Henderson, the director of applied physiology at Yale, says, carbon dioxide is the chief hormone of the entire body. It is the only one produced by every tissue and likely acts on every organ. In fact, carbon dioxide is a more fundamental component of living matter than oxygen. Carbon dioxide plays a key role in helping oxygen move from the bloodstream into your cells. By slowing down your breathing, you increase carbon dioxide levels in the body, which enhances oxygen absorption and boosts energy. Most people breathe around 18 times per minute, exhaling excessive carbon dioxide. This raises blood pH, making it too alkaline. To restore balance, the body releases hydrogen ions to acidify the blood. This process, known as cell buffering, depletes essential minerals like magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium, leading to nerve misfires and reduced energy production. However, breathing too slowly or holding your breath for extended periods causes carbon dioxide to build up, making the blood too acidic. Cells function best when blood pH stays around 7.4, the ideal balance between alkaline and acidic. So how do we maintain sufficient carbon dioxide levels for energy and stay in this optimal range? In the book, Breath, James Nestor reviews centuries of breathing practices and extensive scientific research on breathing. He concludes that a 5.5-second inhale followed by an immediate 5.5-second exhale and repeated for several minutes is the ideal rhythm for maintaining proper pH balance and maximizing cellular energy. You can optimize your 5.5-second breaths by breathing in through your nose. Nasal breathing purifies, heats, moistens, and pressurizes the air you intake, increasing oxygen absorption by 10 to 15%. Nasal breathing also boosts nitric oxide production 6-fold, which improves blood circulation and further increases your energy. Energy-enhancing method number 3, become a fat-burning machine. Your body contains about 30 trillion cells, and nearly everyone has mitochondria, often called the powerhouses of cells. Mitochondria take in glucose from carbs, amino acids from proteins, and fatty acids from fats, and turn them into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is fuel for the body. The more ATP your mitochondria produce, the more energy you'll have throughout the day. When mitochondria burn fatty acids, they generate about 105 ATP, compared to just 30 ATP from glucose. If you're not diabetic, it takes about 10 to 12 hours without food for your body to shift from burning glucose to burning fatty acids. Getting to this transition point is initially uncomfortable. That's why many people reach for a snack before noon. But if you push through your hunger for a few hours and delay your first meal, you'll be rewarded with more energy. Over time, this intermittent fasting protocol stabilizes blood sugar and reduces morning cravings. Research shows that an 8-hour feeding window is the sweet spot. It offers benefits like reduced insulin resistance, weight loss, and metabolic flexibility without being too restrictive. Gradually work your way to an 8-hour feeding window by shrinking your feeding time by 30 minutes a day. If you want to accelerate the transition into a fat-burning state and more easily achieve a 16-hour daily fast, do Zone 2 training in the morning. Zone 2 training is aerobic exercise, like cycling, running, or rowing, that you can sustain while barely holding a conversation. You need to sustain the point where it feels almost hard but without muscle burn. Consistent Zone 2 training will teach your mitochondria to get hyper-efficient at burning fat. So if you routinely do at least 20 minutes of Zone 2 training while you fast, you will quickly become a fat-burning machine and unlock lasting energy for the day. Energy-enhancing method number 4. Memento Mori. If you lose your drive during the day, remember your life grid, a collection of 4,000 squares, each representing a week in the average human life. If you're 22, your grid looks like this. If you're 36, it looks a little worse. And if you're 51, it looks like this. Thinking of your life in weeks is the perfect metric. Weeks fly by faster than months, yet the total number is small enough to grab your attention in a way days or hours never could. This sharp reminder that life is finite can jolt you into action. It pushes you to make the most of today, to dig deep for the energy to be your best self, and to focus on what truly matters. Making a positive difference in people's lives and inspiring the people who look up to you. To make this vivid, borrow a visual from Phil Stutz's book, The Tools. Picture yourself lying on your deathbed, surrounded by medical devices and surgical tubes. Now see your future self sit up just before their final moment, look you in the eyes, and say forcefully, "Don't waste today." A deadline with real consequences, like a college paper that will determine 100% of your grade and is due in 24 hours, is incredibly motivating. When a deadline looms, you find hidden reserves of energy, like the willpower to stay up all night to finish that paper. Death is the ultimate deadline. Create your 4,000-week grid in an Excel spreadsheet, print it out, and let it serve as a powerful reminder that your deadline is fast approaching. Watch how it sharpens your focus and fuels your drive to make every week count. Energy-enhancing method number 5. A regular shutdown routine. Sleep is the foundation of energy. When sleep suffers, so does everything else. Cell function declines, cognitive performance drops, and metabolic health takes a hit. Poor sleep makes you insulin resistant during the day, making it harder for your body to turn food into energy. After a decade of experimenting with sleep hacks, I found that consistency is the single most important factor. That is, going to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends. When your sleep schedule fluctuates, it disrupts your circadian rhythm, which screws up your energy production. Therefore, treat the 30 minutes before your target sleep time, the time that ensures you get at least 8 hours of rest before needing to start your day, as a non-negotiable meeting with 3 key steps. First, put away your devices and make getting into bed your top priority. Second, park your problems in a physical notebook. Write down any lingering work or life concerns. A cluttered brain filled with unfinished tasks keeps your nervous system on high alert. So, after capturing ruminating thoughts on paper, tell yourself out loud, "I'll revisit these worries tomorrow at 9 a.m. And step number 3, pick up a physical book, any book, and start reading. The rhythmic act of reading slows mental chatter, giving your brain a single, steady focus. Unlike scrolling or watching screens, books engage the imagination while gently guiding the mind into a restful state. This structured 30-minute shutdown routine is the key to better sleep and sustained energy the next day. Those were the top 5 insights on maximizing daily energy that I've gathered over the years. If you would like a one-page PDF summary of these 5 insights, just click the link in the description below. I'm doing a deep dive video on one energy insight inside the Productivity Game Academy membership. As an Academy member, you'll also receive a 2-week guide on optimizing your sleep for all-day energy. Learn more about the Productivity Game Academy in the description below.